All right, let's get to it. Draft time. Michael.
Bam, 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 bam. All right. So for those of you that joined us on NFL Draft Night, we did a fun little synopsis draft of, what was it, 1988?
Yes.
Correct.
1988 WWE.
That was you?
No,
that was me.
Oh.
So
on loan.
We decided tonight that we're going to expand on that horizon, and we're going to do the 1993-1994 professional wrestling landscape. But we're going to do it like an actual draft. I know in the previous topic we did 3 picks each and stuff like that. This one we're going to do a little different. I decided to bring it to the full draft board, and we will be broken up into pairs. It will be myself and Joe versus Ernest and our esteemed colleague. The rules of the draft, because I don't know if Ernest shared it with you, so I'll just go over it.
I did. I cut and paste everything.
We're going to make 15 picks. If you select a tag team, you get both members of the tag team unless specified that you do not want one of the members. Also, no future picks. So you cannot draft Daniel Bryan in this because he was like 12.
What if he was doing Pop Warner Wrestling at age 12, 13?
That'd be Greco-Roman.
If you can prove
whatever
it.
the fuck you call it.
Alternating pick. Obviously, I'll put these up on the Take 3 Twitter, and we'll have the fans vote who they think built the best roster. All companies are allowed, so you can draft someone from Japan, you can draft somebody from Europe if you can find out that they were wrestling in 1993/1994. Was there any other rule that I'm missing? I don't think so.
You got it right. I'm going to ask you.
Because we have a guest.
Per team, right? Per team.
It's 15 selections, so you got to pick 15. We'll pick 15.
Okay.
We'll put the teams up, and the best team that wins. Now, if you have 18 or 20 guys on your roster, that's fine. It's 15 picks because you drafted a couple tag teams. It's not,
of course,
it's not taking away roster spots. So that being said, because we have a guest, I would like to extend the olive branch by giving the number 1 overall selection to our guest, and let them be on the clock to start.
And Joe, leave the Beverly Brothers for me, please. Thank you. No joking. All right, Joe, Jim, you go first, man.
Oh man, now I feel the pressure. I don't like pressure.
Of course, you're a Cowboys fan. You know how it works.
Exactly. We always screw up our first pick as it is.
Exactly.
So like, are we? So we're taking them from 93, 94 in what they can do over the rest of their career? Is that?
We have hindsight to use.
We can use hindsight.
Yeah.
You can.
Well, Christ. Well, then I am going to go with. I'm going to go with Steve Austin right out of the gate. I mean, when you talk about when you talk about wrestling, and it came through the greatest era of all time, or the most recognized era of all time, who's the guy at the top? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. So yeah, I'm going to go Austin first.
That's a good pick.
All right. Joe, do you want to go with the WWE one or the WCW one that we talked about?
WWE.
So with the first selection for team Bernier Lopez, we're taking The Undertaker.
Oh.
Like that. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Another one of those guys, like longevity terms was through the roof. Great character.
Literally get the next 30 years from.
Yeah, I mean, this was right at his start, man.
Yeah, this is really.
And it was the thing. The character worked really well. Paul Bearer was with him. All that fun stuff. So I thought that this was a pretty easy selection.
And we get that cool purple mask at some point.
Hell yeah, Phantom of the Opera taker. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, with my turn here for my team, with the second pick of the draft, I'm going to take the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Ernest likes having toxicity in his locker room. Nice.
Hey, I'm here to pop a rating, motherfucker.
I love that for you.
Thank you. By the way, make sure you have your shit ready for today.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with the other half of the pick that we were gonna make, which would, of course, be. Go ahead. You want to say it for me, Mike?
Sting!
There you go. You get the dream match that never happened.
Right. You know, the funny thing is, though, I was thinking about it earlier today too. Sting has really been part of a lot more bad matches than he's been good matches over his entire career. Like, if we're calling a spade a spade.
You're not wrong. All right. With my next pick for our team, I'm gonna go with a guy. He's my favorite of all time, and I think he was coming into his own as a singles competitor at this point. And because of our second pick, you still get one of the most talked about events potentially of all time.
You're gonna do it, aren't you? You're gonna do it, huh?
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Of course. See, your favorite.
Joe, how do you feel about that pick?
I think he's the most boring wrestler to have ever wrestled as world champion in WWE. But I get it.
I also think that the roster from 93 to 95 and a half.
Yes.
Probably one of the worst rosters in the history of professional wrestling. And the fact that he even made, a match with Hakushi, even mildly interesting, shows you how good Bret Hart was. And when you had the feuds with Austin, you had the feuds with Michaels, and you had the Hart Foundation with everybody else, I think
that was awesome.
I think when you gave Bret, when he finally snapped on Vince, when he didn't have to be this like kind of cheesy hero-like champion, and you actually let him be a dickhead, disgruntled old man, it worked out really well, and I think it showed that he actually did have character that people don't realize.
I will give you that. By that period, I was a fan of his work.
All right, so we're on the clock for our third overall pick here.
What are we?
To me?
Oh, no. The clock.
Sorry, I had somebody for 2 minutes because the kid was getting a little.
Do we go with the greatest world heavyweight champion of all time?
Hulk Hogan? Really? Come on.
I'm scared of who you're saying.
Hogan?
His daughter is like a multi-time champion right now.
Oh,
Brooke wrestled?
Ooh.
I mean, do we go?
Yes.
You want to go there now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, third overall pick for Team Bernier Lopez is none other than the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Longevity-wise, he wrestles until he's like 87, so.
Longevity, we're through the fucking roof right now. We got long-term life on these legs.
And while we can't draft Charlotte because she's 8, I feel like we have an in now, like with her dad. So
we're building that future roster.
All right. So we're on round 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, round 4. My turn, I think, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. I think I missed your round 2 pick, Mike.
We took Sting.
Huh?
Our picks right now are Taker, Sting, and Flair.
Okay, I'm caught up then. Okay, cool. With the 4th pick, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Owen Hart.
Nice.
I don't hate it.
That's a really good
Yes,
pick.
short career for 5 years, but again, I'm gonna book him better than Prince did in these next 5 years. He'll die 5 years later, but I'm gonna book him better than Prince did.
Hey, if we have Bret, he's never going up to the spot in Kansas City, man.
That's right.
That is a fact.
All right, so the clock is now ours with our 4th round selection.
Oh, is it me? I get to pick it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know he's out there at this point. I think he's in like Smoky Mountain Wrestling or some shit, teaming with Lance Storm. What a lucky man. I'm going to take the eventual Y2J, Chris Jericho.
Break the walls down.
I see. I was curious. I couldn't remember when he started.
He was like, yeah, and I could be wrong, but I want to say, like, I know by 95 he was already in ECW.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on and confirm when he was.
Okay.
Before we move on.
He was
Definitely an active wrestler, though. He was definitely active, no matter what. Active.
Wrestling or something.
He was wrestling somewhere because 1990s his career started. So.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I was looking to see when his in-ring career.
Yeah, I pulled up
1990.
Wikipedia. He was in Mexico 92 through 95, Smoky Mountain 94.
Oh, okay, cool.
He started on the Indies in 90, so yeah, you're clear. Very nice. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jim. It's you.
The literal goat.
It's over to me. I'm gonna go with another one of my favorites. I'm gonna go to WCW, and I'm actually gonna pick up a guy who didn't quite find himself at this time, but over the years he sure did. Jean-Paul Levesque.
In many ways.
In many ways. I think Terra Rising was also in 93, 94. Of course, we know him later as Triple H, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead with him. He's done pretty well for himself. 93, 94.
Yeah, he's rich.
Not bad.
McMahon money, literally.
Yes.
He also eventually literally creates NXT, so that's some really good investing in the future right there.
It's still active.
Exactly.
All right, our fifth round selection. Joe, do I go tag team here or do I go?
Go tag team. Let's get that extra.
All right, I'm gonna go with a tag team that I thought was really, really good. Then all of a sudden WCW decided to, break them up for some dumb fucking reason. I'm gonna take the Steiner brothers.
Ooh,
I like that. Steiner brothers were also Final Four in Take 3 tournament.
So that means that individually Rick and Scott are no longer available as well, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Unless they make it so.
No, they're off the board, dog.
Because they were already taken as a tag team, so they are fully gone. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
All right. With my 6th round pick on Team Jim, Team Big Jim, I'm gonna go tag teams well. I'm gonna go Harlem Heat.
I was waiting for you to do this.
Yes.
Did your stomach drop a little bit when they said the word tag team? Because I was like, oh no, EJ's gonna cry.
It probably did.
Yeah. I got scared.
They were definitely on my short list, but it wasn't. They weren't. I personally think it was a little too early for them here because Rick and Scott, Rick was probably a better singles wrestler than Stevie Ray was. Like if you compare Booker and Scott, like you could say they both had pretty decent runs.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's leaps and bounds where Rick's probably the better singles wrestler than Stevie.
Yeah.
Scott was on my short list, so that was like I wasn't going to take the Steiners as a whole, so that's why I asked the question I did. Yeah, but I like the pick, EJ.
Appreciate it.
Joseph, the floor is yours.
All right. We didn't discuss this one at all.
Shit.
Because I don't remember discussing most of these, to be honest. I think we discussed the first 3. But I think you'll enjoy where I'm going with this, though. And this is one, again, like we don't get a lot of longevity out of because of, unfortunately, he passed away. But we get, in my opinion, one of the top 5 greatest wrestlers of all time, and that's Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Literally was going to be my next pick.
He's he's an under the radar one for this time. I'm pretty sure at this point he's like in Mexico more than anything else.
Yeah, Mexico.
But,
Japan.
you get your hands on him, and he's only around till 2005, 2006, but you get a lot out of that man, and he really was. I mean, God, I wish he was still around today.
Man.
Oh, time to swerve, Jim.
Damn it. I'm sitting there going, like, is it too early to take Eddie? I'm like, no, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. But no, apparently I was wrong. Okay. All right, gotta rebound. I'm gonna go with a guy who I don't know the exact date, but I think it was maybe around this time, maybe a little bit before then. But obviously went on to great things in WWE with even some of his tag team work. But he was a world champion in WCW around this time, and that's Mr. Ron Simmons, future Hall of Famer.
Oh.
So technically he won in '92, but yeah,
Okay.
he was still red hot in WCW this time.
Yeah, give me Ron Simmons.
I like that.
That's a good pick.
Damn.
All right. So with the 7th round selection for Team Bernier Lopez, I will select a man who was oozing machismo.
There we go.
Hey yo.
Razor Ramon.
Nice.
Hey yo. All right, I got a choice to make here.
Yes, you do.
I'm torn because I know who I want next too.
Is
You know
there nothing where you used to lie?
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick the mayor, the new mayor, Glenn Jacobs, also known as
That's gonna be Kane.
Kane.
Yeah, you try having luck with him without the Undertaker, buddy.
I'll do
You're telling me fake Diesel wasn't successful? Get at it.
That's good. That's good, Jim.
Mr. Lopez.
Is it me?
It is.
Oh, let's see. I didn't look at any of this stuff. Fuck. Would you be mad at me if I took somebody?
Yeah, I'll be mad at you.
Not you. You don't
I know.
count.
Fucker.
Mike, teammate, compadre.
The teammate.
Would you be mad at me if I took somebody who could be a little narcissistic and eventually had his own bus?
Are you taking the Lex Express?
Are you okay with that?
I'm cool with it. I'll take Lex.
Okay.
Let's
As a
see.
kid, I was so fucking into Lex Luger as WWF. I was so into that angle.
I've been because like one of the nice things about the Peacock and WWE is if you start at like SummerSlam season 2 episode 1
Yeah.
and pushes that, it just goes on to the next one.
Season
So if
two
I'm
still.
working on things, I've just had like old SummerSlams on in the background. At SummerSlam 93 came up, dude. Summer of Lex they obviously screwed up that night, but
Yes.
Summer of Lex was just so damn good. It really
I mean,
was.
it started on the Intrepid. Like, it was everything.
Like the crazy thing is I don't even know if I made the connection that was the narcissist.
Right?
I was like, this is Lex Luger. You know what I mean? This is fucking
Yeah.
He was literally the narcissist in June that year at King of the Ring, and literally days later he's fucking doing a tour.
how quick they flip that switch, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, he has an American flag T-shirt on. This is a new guy.
Right.
He must be a good guy.
It was the whole we got to fill the big Hogan hole left behind. That's
sure
all.
was.
Right.
Sure was.
Okay, so is it my
I
name?
know that felt like a setup for a sex joke, but I'm not touching that one.
No, I think
Really?
it's,
That'll be the first one. That'll be the first time we did that.
I think it's back to me now.
Yeah, it's
and
you, Jimmy.
I'm going to go back to the tag team realm, and this is
Yes.
a team that goes back even to a couple of years ago as one of the biggest moments in all of wrestling. That's Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
Good one. I was gonna pick them. Anyways. That's good.
Good. Yeah, I like that one. Longevity. Brilliant.
That is a good one.
Big money, Matt.
I say, Joe, you look very confused.
No, it's just the highs coming off. All right, and continue.
All right, with our 9th round selection, myself and Joe Lopez talked about this man a smidge, not a lot, a smidge leading into it. Longevity is through the roof. It makes perfect sense, I think, here, based off of how we built it. I'm going to select for Team Bernier Lopez none other than JEFF. JARRETT.
You can keep that motherfucker.
That motherfucker was a world heavyweight champion, sir. Don't ever disrespect him like that.
You can keep that motherfucker and him his podcast, his new podcast too. Heard's pretty good, by the way.
No, his podcast is making me kind of like retroactively really like.
Did you already hear it?
I've listened to the first 2 episodes. It's actually
Did you
really
like
good.
It's
Okay.
great. It's
I'll have to check it out. I haven't.
I plan on watching it tonight. Listen to it tomorrow. So
Definitely listen to the one where it says like he held up Vince McMahon.
Yep.
Because there's pieces of that story that like now that it's come to the limelight that you're like, wow, was that not exaggerated like 157?
Super nice dude. So like real sidebar. When Global Force Wrestling was like doing a summer tour of baseball stadiums like 5 years ago, we actually got media credentialed in Harrisburg at their show. So like we show up at the show and they told us like, just go down here and somebody will come out and get you and show you where to be. All of a sudden Jeff Jarrett comes out of the locker room and like, hey guys, how you doing? He like walked us into the dugout. So then, the night show's getting ready to start and there's like the photographer that was supposed to work the show, who actually we knew is a guy that does local indies around here. Something happened. He didn't make the show. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to just take my iPhone and I'm just going to go start taking pictures. So like all the pictures from that night were literally from my iPhone. I became a fucking ringside photographer that night. Jeff Jarrett was cool as shit, man. We met him for just a couple of minutes and yeah, he was cool as shit.
That is awesome.
Yeah. All right, my go. So round 9, round 10, what it is?
Round 10.
Okay. I'm surprised this guy fell down the cracks the way he did, especially given the fact that he became one of the legends in this business. 1/3 of the faces of Foley, Cactus Jack.
Ooh.
I kind of did taking him where I took Jarrett, but I was just like, maybe not. I love Foley, but I just, you lose him, what, 6, 7 years from now?
True.
I lost Owen 5 years from now, unfortunately.
Well, Owens, you could go back and
we can avoid that.
Kick Vince Russo in the dick.
I think that we were at the point where Mick's body was just giving out on him.
Yeah, that was a whole different situation.
Orton at WrestleMania and came back and had a one-off year there. But you lost him as like an everyday guy because his body was just like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Joseph?
Hold
on.
I'm blanking on.
Do you want to take the other half of? I took Razor. Do you want to take the other half?
Diesel?
I mean, it's an option.
Oh, but he becomes so toxic in the locker room by like 2000.
Honk.
What about a certain polo player that's a manager that became one of the greatest?
Yes.
wrestlers of all
Okay, I'll go with Raven.
At this point, he was under the name Johnny Polo, but
Scotty Flamingo?
No, Johnny Polo.
Very nice.
Was he also Scotty Flamingo at some point?
Yes.
That was a thing.
Yes.
I didn't just hallucinate that. Okay.
Nope, the drugs are good, but they're not that good.
Jim now.
I'm gonna go to a little company in Philadelphia, ECW. I'm gonna go with a guy who not only proved his worth in the ring, but as a commentator and now as a manager. And I'm gonna go with the Tasmaniac. I believe he was Taz.
I like it.
That's a fantastic pick.
Absolutely. Trying to get. All right, so Taz was the selection for Team Jim and Ernest. You know what? I think I'm actually going to stay in that small Philadelphia promotion. I'm going to take a guy who ended up holding the ECW title a lot. Yes, he had a little run in WWE where he became some stupid-ass teacher. But I'm going to take the franchise.
Nice.
Shane Douglas? Yep.
I actually don't understand why he never got more over, like, someplace big.
The way you were looking at me, I thought you were, like, really upset that I took Shane Douglas. I'm like,
No,
hey.
because one of my favorite parts of ECW during '96.
Well, I think being the genius version too didn't help him in WWF.
No, it did not. It did not. And then he ended up in WCW at a time when you might as well have not been in WCW.
Yeah.
All right, let's scour through this fucking roster. Wow, this one slipped through the cracks too. I'm gonna go ahead and take him, even though he was not. He was a former WWF superstar. He was in WCW this time, but he eventually returned to WWF a year or two later, and that is Davey Boy Smith, the new Hall of Famer, the British Bulldog.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very underrated.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Yeah, the board,
I like that a lot.
Okay.
This is round 12?
Sure.
Yeah, this is the second half of round 12.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if there's someone that's.
Point me in a direction.
Do you want to take a guy who's currently got a yoga company?
No.
No.
Really? He was pretty. I mean,
Like, he's decent, but not like. I don't think he's anything to write like that much. I know who I want. I know who I want.
no bang for you.
We're not going to get a long time out of him. We're getting like not a long time out of him, but and he's injured for most of it. But he's really awesome and like he should have been something. I want Brian Pillman.
God damn it.
That was, oh my God.
You don't get you get like 4 years out of him, but
That's it. He's done 97.
and he was never really the same wrestler after like 95.
Nah, that was literally going to be my next one because we already had Brett. We already had Owen. We were creating that 96, 97 Hart Foundation.
No, we do, because we had all the guys. Owen, Davey, Brett.
We didn't have Neidhart, but I don't think anybody's taking Neidhart.
Yeah, no.
Damn it. You
Okay.
son of a bitch. All right, now I got to rethink again.
Round 13. Fight.
You know what? I'm gonna take because we have HBK. We don't have the other half of.
You're not doing this, are you?
I'm doing it. We'll just make sure we pay him enough money and weed that he stays calm in the locker room. Give me Diesel.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go with the other guy.
No, God no,
Okay.
no.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Right?
Yeah, no.
Just use his name. None of us are drafting Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, nobody's.
No. It's on the list.
Who are you thinking?
Thinking 6 or X-Pac.
Oh,
or
man.
Kid.
That guy's got go away heat. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, he did it in 94.
I was thinking DX. That's why I was thinking.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. No.
With the 13th round selection, I'm not surprised this guy has fallen this far, but it's a guy that I'm taking. We're going to the land of the rising sun. I am taking one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time,
Oh, no.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
I was thinking about taking him next.
I was surprised that one of you two had not taken him already.
I was thinking I'll take him next anyway. So, because of that, okay, next round 14, I'm going to look through this list here.
So as a qualifying question, you said that when we draft tag teams, we get the whole thing. So can I just draft all of NWO Black and White? Can I
Thing in 93.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a faction, not a tag team.
Damn it.
But
Matt,
if they were a thing in 94, you could.
I want to draft this guy, but I know if I draft this guy, I'll get so much fucking heat for it.
Do
Fuck.
it.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
Ooh,
I'm going to go ahead and take another newly minted Hall of Famer, and that is RVD, Rob Van Dam.
Why would you get shit for that? That's a great pick.
No.
He
Benoit.
was gonna pick Savage, don't you know?
Benoit. No, Chris Benoit. Benoit was the one.
I mean, Benoit's a good pick. It's not your fault what happens. Like,
I mean, we could encourage him to stop doing flying headbutts.
Right? Like, with hindsight, we could just be like, hey, buddy. Like,
But that move is outlawed.
like, we're going to try something here.
So true.
Is it my pick
All right,
now?
Team Mike Joe.
Joe, it's technically your selection.
All right, point me in a direction.
You want a certain guy that, just went to AEW, wore gold for a while. Son was the American Dream.
Oh, Dustin?
It's not a pick. I mean, he was a pretty solid.
Yeah, okay, why not? It's not a bad pick.
I mean, in the 14th round, you're getting a guy who has some pretty damn good longevity.
Yeah, right, it's either that or the smoking gun. Let's take Dustin. I don't know why somehow that's what's left in my mind. Like, somehow the entirety of the locker room is gone, and there's literally just Dustin Rhodes and the two guns. But that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Jim, bring it home.
Well, he was the guy I was looking at, and Joe kind of spoke it into existence. I'm not taking the smoking guns. I'm taking the gun that didn't get his brain scrambled by Butterbean at WrestleMania. Give me Billy Gunn. That motherfucker can still go to this day.
Yo, he still looks amazing, too.
He does.
Like,
He really does.
I don't really like guys over the age of 25, but I'd hit it.
He super cool dude. We met him at a couple of indie shows here in PA. Yeah.
As you can give him my phone number. Awesome.
Next time around, I'll hook you up.
Awesome. He was the ass man.
He certainly was. All right, boys. Who's Mr. Irrelevant?
Yep, bring it home.
Trying to figure out who I want to make Mr. Irrelevant.
Let's pick Hollywood Hogan. Yeah, I know.
I would
What?
have Diesel.
I mean, I know he's kind of a nut job. I mean, what are your thought process on drafting Sabu here?
I can do that.
If it's not him, the one I keep going back to is we could technically draft Savage with the last pick.
I mean, you do get more out of that.
Saturday night, WCW Saturday night in December '94. You're getting about a couple good years out. You're getting a couple of decent feuds out of him, though. I actually prefer the Flair feud with Savage in WCW than WWF.
What about Adam Bomb? Do we draft Adam Bomb?
Oh, Jesus.
Right. No.
Kidding. Jackson.
I actually think Savage is
Repo Man.
just at this level, at this point.
We're drafting first name Macho, last name Man.
Okay, Pritchard.
Okay, so running down the teams real quick that will be voted on by you, the fans, for Team Jim and Ernest. Their roster is Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Triple H, Harlem Heat, Ron Simmons, Kane, the Hardy Boys, Cactus Jack, Taz, the British Bulldog, Diesel, RVD, and Billy Gunn. For Team Bernier Lopez, it is The Undertaker, Sting, Ric Flair, Chris Jericho, the Steiner Brothers, Eddie Guerrero, Razor Ramon, Lex Luger, Jeff Jarrett, Raven, Shane Douglas, Brian Pillman, Jushin Thunder Liger, Goldust, and Randy Macho Man Savage.
I like it.